Your attention to the screen above you. Please move all the way down and take your seat.
I'm David Coleman.
And I'm Sam Kelman. We co-created Sleepwalker 2.0.
We did that together. So it was a few years ago. We really enjoyed doing that. The reception that we got from it was great. So we knew that we wanted to do another one. We knew that this format of audio-based horror was very doable. So it seemed logical to do it again and then bring it up in intensity, bring it up in scale, spend a lot more money on it. And that all just culminated in this whole massive production that we have in this little warehouse here.
With any subnormal related substances throughout your journey, a towel has been provided beside your seat. Remember, for your safety throughout this entire experience, always remain seated. You will be linked with your first dreamer shortly. Thank you.
Yeah.
So this began just us wanting to do an audio story. And we realized that there's so much you can do with that because you're not limited by what you can see. And so we really just let our imaginations run wild and just do whatever the craziest, most fun things that we can think of were. And that resulted in the story that we have for the show, which, without spoiling much, involves this machine that can scan your dreams, the subconscious, and output an audio feed for you to listen to.
Welcome to the exhibition day. Please move all the way down and take your seat. Each bench seats 4 to 6 guests. Once seated, adjust your sleep mask to your forehead and place your headset over your ears. Do not cover your eyes with a mask until instructed to do so. If you are hearing audio, please give the nearest segment operative a thumbs up. If you are having audio issues, please raise your hand for assistance. In the case that you come in contact with any subnormal link.
That was how this whole thing started, was just like, well, we can have people listen to dreams. Dreams are interesting. You can do dreams in audio because you're not seeing it.
And it makes a great excuse for an anthology too, because then you can loop, each time we've been doing 3 different stories, you loop them in because you have 3 completely different people, right? That are have completely different mindsets.
Hi, I'm Josh. So Clem was a good friend of mine, a really great friend, and
And the big difference this year in terms of story was the first time it was almost purely the anthology, and that you were just going in, doing one dream, then doing the next. This time we figured we'd put all 3 of them into one show, and what that allowed us to do was expand the frame story of it a little bit more. So you have these scenes in between each of the dreams that happen in the physical space. So there's a little bit more of a through line throughout the 50-minute show as well, which again, wouldn't want to say too much about, but it does build, and it builds to a finale that is hopefully interesting.
Now all we have to do is focus on helping our clients without running the risk of hurting them. This isn't science fiction. This is reality. This is Sleepwalker.
And the stories, we don't just, we do write them with the effects in mind, but really these are pretty personal stories. I mean, there's one about, work, there's one about fears of conflict. There's so many very personal things that a lot of people can connect with, that a lot of people have nightmares about, that I personally have nightmares about. And so I figured the most raw way to just have that connect with people is like through dreams. And all of these are just like very personal stories to us, as wacky and as silly as they are.
That's true.
It was very fun to write them, but also very cathartic. With this kind of show, it just lets you write those scripts that you would never ever be able to get made, and like otherwise under any other circumstances.
There's no way you could, especially the first one, there's no way you could shoot that.
Yeah.
Throughout this entire experience, always remain seated. You will be linked with your first dreamer shortly. Thank you. Welcome to the exhibition day. Please move all the way down and take your seat.
Some effects towards the end of the show that involve actors and training, and it's something that I had to practice for months to make sure that I could do it. We couldn't find anyone else who could do it, who owned the equipment to do it. I bought the equipment a while ago, and
It's such a good way to say it without giving anything away. When you come, you'll see the thing. That thing is David.